And here I think I've got everything. Okay. Well, hello everybody. It's Robbie from Southern California. And look, in honor of the kickoff of summer, I am wearing shorts. But I decided to leave the coat in the house right now so I can get this done, and I'll put my jacket and my scarf back on afterwards. It was so funny on the news today. They were talking this morning, oh, if you want a volleyball court at the beach, they're all open and nobody's going to the beach at 60 degrees. Anyways, I wanted you to join me while I work on this. I wasn't going to do it, I was just going to do it. And then I thought, you know what, maybe I should set up a camera and you get an idea on how I do these things. It might give you an idea and you might find an easier or better way. What's going on here is I have got a beautiful zucchini plant. And it is loaded with flowers and zucchini, and I kind of threw tulle like kind of haphazardly on top, but that's not going to really stop the ground squirrels. Now here is the issue here. This is blacktop. The whole front little patch here in the yard is blacktop. It was actually a parking area, and nobody wants to park underneath these pine trees because they drop sap periodically. So Gary covered this in wood chips, oh, I don't know, about a year ago, and the wood chips are breaking down. That's going to be another video. I have to show you. Every place I sat something is loaded with earthworms. This whole blacktop is going to become a great place to grow things. It's amazing. But that's not what this is about. Today, I only want to do this, and I want to get back in the house before it starts to pour. They said the rain is coming in, and it's going to rain all weekend. So, I was going to do it after the weather got better, but by then, the squirrels could come in. I have a squirrel issue. Now, I can't stick anything in here, because that's as far down as it goes, which is about, I guess right now 3 inches. Some of it's more, but 3 inches isn't going to hold a pole. And if I put it on the inside, well, I can't do that either because, you know, the squash leaves are massive. Look at the squash leaves. I compost in place and everything grows so big, and I still want to be able to get in here and compost. I have another container here, but that can be lifted out at any time. That's just growing some celery and walking onions. That's just sitting there. I layer everything and it holds the moisture in. So I've been looking at this, and I think I'm going to do it in a different way. I'm going to use flower pots. It's temporary. It's okay. Zucchini isn't, you know, that long. The growth period, it'll be done by the end of summer. So I think that will work really good. So I've got this flower pot here that's got the start of mint. So I think I'm going to do that. We'll see if I can stabilize this. Now I'm going to need another flower pot or a bucket. That bucket doesn't have holes in it. These buckets are just holding soil. So I've got to figure out exactly how I want to do this. And so I need a couple more flower pots that I'm using that have holes. And I've got them scattered around the yard. Or the other thing is, I could take anything. I can, you know what, no, I can't move the bucket because there's no holes in it. I'd have to make holes in it. And of course I didn't bring a shovel. See, this is just not deep enough. Almost, but not quite, and I don't want to disturb the leaves. I am going to have to move this. You know what? Okay, that's not going to go through. Let's see if I can get a scissors to go through. Again, do as I say, not as I do. Because I do a lot of things that shouldn't be done. I'm going to go ahead and make holes on the bottom. And I'm going to set up a couple more pots. I can put some soil in that one. wind and the storm. Don't come in yet. I want to finish this. I forgot to bring a shovel. Do I have a shovel out here? Of course not. Let's see if there's any. I know where there's soil. I'll be right back. I'll move those later. When I picked up this bucket, it was loaded with earthworms underneath. I might just stick that there. I should have done this differently. And why am I doing it like that? Because I don't want the clay to cake up. And I'm not planting in this right away, though I can, and I probably will find a good place to put that. Okay, looks like a good place. This bucket's going to have to go. I know it's going to be loaded with earthworms. Move this bucket over, loaded with earthworms. I'm going to throw that in there. All right. I'm going to put this there. And then I need another bucket for here. Gee, if these buckets had holes in it, I would just use the buckets. But you know what, for now, let's go find another one. I'll be right back, I'm not far. Got another one with mint. And I might put, let's see. I need to be able to get behind here though, because I want to be able to service this. And I need to be able to take care of my squash. Oh, that's going to be flimsy. I need to be able to get in here. Close. Let's move it over a little bit. Okay. Because I'm probably going to end up staking it. And the same thing back here. So I need one more pot. We'll see how it works. And another pot of mint. I just don't want to lose my zucchini. This is the first good, I've got a few other zucchinis, but this is true zucchini growing. And I'm going to need another stake, which I neglected to bring out here. For now, this will work. Let me see. I'm going to put some zip ties. I could do masking tape first, but it might be fine. I put some zip ties here. I use zip ties on these stakes all the time. I don't want to make this into a full day project. I just want this to be done 1, 2, 3. And if I have to, I could put a little masking tape, which I do because it helps protect the zip tie from the sun. And I could add in a couple more zip ties too. I could even add in another stake if it works really good. but I have to be able to get in here or I defeated the whole purpose. Okay, it's a little lower than I wanted. Actually, I don't want to put anything over there. Okay, so let's do it. Now I'm going to have to go this way, more towards the middle. Yeah, and I'll probably put one over there later. Okay, I won't need this once I have that all up. I'm not trying to stop birds. I'm not trying to stop bees. I've got flowers and everything going in there. All I'm trying to stop are the squirrels. And the squirrels are a problem. It's not the tree squirrels too much. It's mainly the ground squirrels. They get in there and they just eat everything. Okay, so we got that as one. I could cut it, but I'm not going to cut it because once I'm done with it, I can take it off. I would say 2. We'd rather cut it too long than too short, even though I can piece it. 2, 3. Yes, so we're supposed to be nice and warm, and we're 20 degrees again today below normal. I would say that's about it. So I might take a little bit more off. I'm gonna master a door on this. Look how easy it is to cut. Just fold it up where you want. Say, oh, right there, let's cut, and you're done. This stuff is so cheap. I cannot believe how cheap this stuff is. It's already folded in half. Now I could bring it all the way up if I want. This is going to be difficult to do with the wind. You know, I'm trying to see how I want to do it. So I've never done this. I've done it differently over there. I probably will open it up. That will give me a full length, 54 inches. Now this is very fine stuff. You can get it heavier too. And I'm going to use a clothespin first. And then I can go around and I can determine how I want to do it. I want it almost to the ground, even though I may just bring it up a little bit. Look at that. Just bring it up. Isn't that cool? You could use a ton of clothespins on this. And then you can unclip it to get into it. 1, 2, 3. Now, if you want, you could put a few extra stakes and it would make life probably easier. Like I said, I'm dealing with wind. I'm dealing with a storm coming in. You know, anybody can do this. Any age. I do believe you could be in your 90s doing this. You're not climbing on anything. I am going to bring this down on this side of the pot. You can even lay pots to hold it too. Remember, what's going to happen? Okay, now I lost the end. The squirrels come up to this as the rabbits and they touch it. No, I'm going to fix it afterwards. And they think it's a trap because they get their little nails stuck in it. Now they don't get stuck and they don't hurt themselves or anything, but they do get, you know, it sticks to their tiny nails. Just put it like that right now. And then they think, this is what I really didn't want to do, and I will move it. Look at this. Just full. All of them are full of earthworms every time I move something. Oh, look at that. Okay. Now, all kinds of worms. I'm just throwing it in. Okay, guys, you know what? I'm going to cover you up, and you'll crawl underneath the wood chips. Oh, I forgot what I was saying. But I do believe anybody can do this. Kids can do it. Tell the kids, go net everything up. Now, what is my problem today? I ran out of clothespins. I didn't realize I only had a couple left. See how neat this is? But you could put flower pots on the bottom. All you're trying to do is get them, when they come up to this, go, ooh, I'm going to get stuck in this. I'll go somewhere else. But you could have it all the way to the ground. You don't even need it that tall. Like I said, I want the bees to come in here. I'm not trying to even block out the birds. The birds on the zucchini they have a thing where they like to chew on the leaves. I'm going to have to figure this out because of the wind. And I think now I'm going to put some zip ties in here, and that's it. It's that easy. Like I said, you're not climbing on ladders. You're not, and I need to clean up the whole yard. So it will be easier once the whole yard is clean. But you could drape it any way that works for you. And now that I know that works, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to zip tie this one. I want to make sure it goes all the way to the ground. Jeez, if I was smart, I would have had enough clothespins and I could have clothespinned it to the flower pots on the bottom. But I'm just going to go around like this, and I am going to bring this over the top, and I'm going to put a zip tie in there. That will hold it when the wind hits. Because I've got some I strung up a couple months ago, and it's just going strong. Okay, so we've got that. And I will clothespin it probably here so I can service it. Let's see now. I want to make sure it goes to the ground, and then it goes on the other side of the pot. I can even slide it under the pot if I wanted to a little bit. It's very loose. You could do all kinds of stuff with this. You could, yeah, I'm gonna have to put a stake here. You could tack a piece of wood to the bottom so it doesn't fly anywhere. You could do it that way. And I will be adding another pole, a couple poles probably to the top. You could do it with string too. Yarn, string, you could just wrap string all the way around, and then each one will hold itself. There we go, look at that. And that's all there is to it. I just have to make sure it's down on the bottom, all the way to the ground. In fact, I'm just gonna put it underneath the pot. Isn't that cool? And I will get another stake for there if you want. You can watch me do it, or I could leave you all. Look at this, just stick it under the pot. Isn't that cool? And then I just said, you know what, I am gonna go get some stakes. You wanna watch? You can watch me still do this. I am back with my extra stakes. May have to cut the elephant food a little bit. Let's put another stake over here. That will give it a little stability. And all I have to do here is designate. I just have to designate which area that I'm going to want to service it from. And I do believe it's going to be the other side. Let's just do this. Like I said, all you have to do is take it off if you don't want it. Oop, turn it around, wrong way. Just zip tying this. Some people ask if you can use bamboo. I don't see why you can't, because bamboo is not a straight piece of wood, like a dowel. It's got ridges and bumps, and it's not perfect. And just like this has got the ridges, and because it's got the ridges, it doesn't slide. So it works really, really well. Okay. So we'll see if I can get some zucchini off of this. There has been an explosion of baby ground squirrels all over the place because of the weather, probably because of all the rain. Now, if I wanted to, I don't think it's going anywhere, I could put some more things down there. Another flower pot. Right now, this is going to the ground. It looks really good. I'm going to have to move all this. I am not done here. I should have organized that before I started this. And then this, you know what the problem is I feel bad that every time I move a bucket, it's full of earthworms and critters that are sleeping under there, and I really don't want to disturb them until I'm ready and know what I'm going to do with everything, because I'm still working. I'm going to go ahead and move this one so I can get through here, but yeah, this will be the opening. This side, I need another one there too, don't I? I could cross stake it too. This side is going to be my opening. But yeah, there's just been so many critters under here. But I see my zucchini is that long, and I don't want to lose zucchini. I am waiting for zucchini bread. It's not bread, it's cake. But they call it zucchini bread. And I haven't made it for a while. Normally, we have zucchini all through the winter. But this winter, the plants just didn't make it. You know what? I am going to cross this one right there. Let's see if I have some more zip ties in my pocket. So I decided today, I'm going to put shorts on. It's kickoff summer. I don't know where. Heard people were visiting from Florida. It was on the news. They were interviewing them and they couldn't wait to leave. They were freezing. They said they came to California, they've been here for 2 weeks, and all they did was freeze. It's not really freezing, but it is cold, but it is snowing in the mountains. They're getting snow, and oh well, what are you gonna do? Yep, that's good. And I will bring this here. Look at that. Is this cool? This is so cool. I'm just crazy about the zip ties. The zip ties and the tulle and the dowels, you can't get any cheaper and better than this. And you know, I mean, people are gonna go, no, they don't like it. Then don't do it, but you go get yourself permanent stuff and you're spending hundreds and hundreds of dollars. And your vegetable garden, depending on where you are, if you're in the Midwest or on the East Coast, your vegetable garden is done at the end of summer going in the fall, and most people take everything down and then they start over. Well, this is great. You take everything down and don't ever throw the tulle away because the tulle stays good. See here, I can just clothespin it, or I could zip tie the tulle, and then even on top, if I wanted a little more stability, I could go either this way or this way and just another clothespin. That's it. It's to the ground. I don't even know if I have to do much, but I may come back and do something. I can now plant. I've got mint in those pots. I can plant in these pots. And for now, I think I'm just going to clothespin this. But like I said, I could actually, over there, I could actually put a dowel. You can roll up a dowel in here. You probably know what I'm talking about. And I thought I had another dowel. I do. See, if I wanted to, for the bottom, I could just go like this and zip tie a dowel. Then it's not going to blow. So that's another thing you could do. And if right now I'm going to see how it goes. But if I would have had soil here, I could have just put it in, but there's no soil. And that's it. The main thing is let's see if I can keep the squirrels out, get some zucchini and make some zucchini bread. One more clothespin. Look at that. Perfect. Perfect. I can't believe how fast, how fun this was. And perfect to the ground. The whole idea is you want that squirrel to come over and say, wait a minute. This stuff is sticky. They're trying to catch me. They're not going to outsmart me. I'm leaving. They got other stuff I can eat. I don't need to eat their whatever's in here. And right now they're only going to smell the mint because I put mint all the way around. Nothing in this pot, but I will definitely plant something in there. I could layer the pots too. I could put another pot on top and bring a little bit of height to it. I love layering. I layer everything. Because anytime you layer something, whether it's on the ground or in another container, it holds the water. That's why when you lift the pot, you see all these worms, because they just love it, and it holds the dampness. So even on hot days, it's got the dampness, and even on cold, wet days, it still has the perfect dampness. So that's it. I think this is going to stay for now. Like I said, this is just to protect the zucchini. And when I want to come in and check it, look at that. Check my zucchini. Everything looks good. Some yellow leaves on the little celery. Just pick it and drop it back in. And that is it. If I wanted to make it very permanent, I could put the sticks, roll the sticks on the bottom to hold it down, and I could cross beam it. That would even make it a little sturdier. No, this isn't really going to go anywhere. I could put a beam from here to there. I have some 6-footers. Actually, I have some 5-footers, and that would even make it a little more sturdier. But I think this is it. I brought an extra one, so I might just leave it for, yeah, I'll just leave it. It's not going to hurt anything. Just leave it like that. Is that cool? I'll come over here with the camera and show you a little bit closer what I did. But this costs me, for the steaks, I get them at the dollar stores. You can get them at, you know, at Home Depot and Lowe's. I think Walmart, they all carry them. Or get your own sticks. But they're cheap. I get, literally, I get 2 for $1. And the tool, this was the cheaper tool. You can get it at any of your fabric stores, but I got this online for like $10 for a bolt, which was, what, 40 yards? 54 inches wide, which you saw went from here to the ground, all the way to the ground. That's it, I am done. So hopefully I'll get some zucchini in the next week or two, and Gary will finally get his zucchini bread. So with that, have a great day, and don't forget to eat what you grow. I can't believe it's so beautiful and sunny. I wish it would stay this way for a while. All right, have a great day, and don't forget to eat what you grow. Bye-bye, everybody. Cool. Okay, just a quick ending. This is one I did a week or so ago, maybe a little longer. And that one doesn't have a single zip tie, it's just 4 steaks. That is actually stuck in the container itself, as you can see there. And that's worked out really well, but this is going to grow up, and there's a cucumber in there and then tomatoes, and I can decide what I want to do later with that. Nothing touched it. Then this one is the one you just watched me put up. See, I put a steak down there, and on the bottom what I did was I just rolled a steak in. See the steak? Just a regular steak. You can use a stick or anything, and I just put 3 zip ties. It's kind of hold it, you know, they kind of hold it a little bit. And then there I just put a pot on top temporarily. That's the way I walk in, because I don't know what's going to be with when the storm comes in, if we're going to have a lot of wind or what. And I had a stepping stone, so I put a stepping stone down there. And so I zip tied this one and used clothespins. Look how cool that is. Now remember, if you got dogs, they're going to go right through this. This is to keep out squirrels, rabbits. I don't know about skunks. I don't think they would go through it. Mice and rats, they don't tend to go through it unless they find the place to go underneath the mouse. But this has worked out so well for me. Like I said, I've done that one, and then I've got another place where I've done it, and it's just working. There's always one that figures out this is no big deal, but that's it. And this one's done with zip ties, and I can trim the zip ties off if I want for looks. I haven't done it yet. Just trim it off right there. But look at that, isn't that cool? And then there, I just unclip it and walk right in. I can water from the top because the top is open. And when I see a squash or I need to clean up in there, I just open this side up where it's clothespin and just open it up and walk in there. Isn't that cool? Something quick and cheap that cost me, let's see, what did it cost me? 1, 2, I'm counting up what the sticks cost. 1, 2, 3, 4, well, $4 in sticks, unless you use your own sticks. And, oh, the tool was pennies. I use such a small amount off the bolt. Let's say $2. So it's like it's well under $10. And any of that, all that, that's nothing you throw away. It's not like you go buy something and then when you're done with it, you have to toss it out. A lot of raised beds and stuff you buy, you know, they rot away after a while. Anything in the gardening, you know, a lot of that stuff you're going to put your money out, just going to disappear afterwards, and you have to start over. The tool lasts for years. The tool doesn't really break down. So when I'm done with that, I undo it and even use it as pieces to wrap fruit. And then of course those sticks, I have never had one break yet. I don't know what's inside. I've tried to drill them once. You can't drill them. So I don't know if they're aluminum coated in plastic or what, but boy, once you get them, I don't know how you would destroy them. I'm sure somebody would find a way, but I haven't yet. So that's it. And that's the end of it, and that's what I did. And hopefully I will have squash within the next 2 weeks. So again, have a great day, and don't forget to eat what you grow. Bye-bye, everybody.